There's a lot of negative opinions about Cold War, especially from major COD Pro players and Tfue. Today I'm going to cover them. Welcome back to COD Filmy. I'm going to go into why Tfue and Pro COD players hate Cold War. Let's get into the video. Rushed release. After reviewing the overall game, many popular gamers on YouTube are saying that the game has so many issues because of its rushed release. In May 2019, the developers had announced that the game was facing a lot of issues. It was then announced that the primary development would be taken over to Treyarch. This meant that the new developers had less than a year to work out all the problems in development. This reduced timeline was further affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, and almost everyone assumed that the release would be delayed. It was a shock when the game was released on time, but players soon figured out that the only reason the game released on time was that the developers overlooked a lot of technical issues and provided an extremely short campaign. This was one of the reasons why Tyler Code Wildcat, one of the biggest COD legends, said the game was of poor quality and should have been released when the developers had worked out the issues.
Dark Ether story has been kind of reinvigorating for the team. I don't think I've ever felt as excited about post-launch season.
Corrupt graphics. Austin Slasher Ledio Cat was really upset about this one. A video game is heavily dependent on its visuals to keep the viewers engaged and interested, and is an integral aspect that the developers focus on to make a good game. However, many gamers are complaining that the graphics tend to freeze quite often and you have to reload the game to get it working again. Even hacks like clearing background apps and having extra storage don't seem to help in this case. The developers were contacted soon after players from all over the world started complaining about this issue, and there is a lot of hope that players will get these issues solved. No wonder Black Ops Cold War earned a bad name so quickly.
25-10 may have just won the game for Team Envious.
I always played
Weak ending. This was also a cause of major distress for so many serious gamers who consider Call of Duty to be a serious game that builds up realistic timelines and focuses on character development. However, the newest release has failed on multiple accounts when it comes to establishing a decent storyline. Experiencing it firsthand will help you understand this dilemma much better, but we will try to explain it the best we can. Firstly, the storyline is extremely cramped. They have taken an array of Black Ops scenarios and mixed them together. The result is a confusing and haphazard story that leaves no room for sequels. Even the characters portrayed are far from reality, which makes the whole gaming experience unenjoyable for many.
Oh, you saw him on field mic. You saw him on field mic!
Multiplayer issues. Judging from the many accounts that we have read about the experiences people have with the new Call of Duty, the skill-based matchmaking in this game is a huge portion of the fan base upset. One of the best parts about Call of Duty was the interaction players from all over the globe could enjoy, and having that taken away was quite upsetting. Ali A famous COD streamer, said that he would no longer be playing multiplayer as it had basically become a competitive tournament simulator with a dialed-up SBMM. Kyle Jackson has also openly criticized the matchmaking and ranking process, saying that the Cold War game could negatively affect the entire franchise if these problems aren't fixed soon. The game is also glitching by giving professional COD players a maximum of 2.0 KD ratio, which proves that the game is glitching on a massive level somewhere. Honestly, a game that doesn't even have rank mode system has no business featuring SBMM so heavily, because it ruins the multiplayer experience for everyone by mismatching players and forcing people to compete.
Hi.
Limited campaign. The mission for this game have actually been praised by some YouTubers out there, who are calling them for some of the most detailed and creative missions that the COD franchise has ever worked with. However, the game would have received a much warmer welcome by the players if they were given enough missions. Sadly, even plus point of Black Ops Cold War turn against the game. There are only 8 missions that are designed with a very short campaign.
Target down.
Technical issues. The game may have fared better if the game release had depicted that the developers had put work into the whole project. Sadly, with so many glitches, streamers like Timothy Bitar has said that they are considering giving up the game altogether. This is because a lot of these players live stream on their channels, and glitches and blank screens really affect how their stream is viewed by their audiences. Many streamers have reported that they are getting low reaches on their videos because people are tired of having to sit through all the glitches. This ultimately means that streamers are losing out on profits, and no one wants to promote a game that has so many public issues. These sorts of problems are often faced by developers who try to launch a game every year. The gaming experience is always more enjoyable for both parties if they put up all their energy into creating a good game instead of just pushing out necessary releases. We hope COD learns a lesson from all the criticism and launch a better game soon.
Planting proximity mine.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.